Alright, good morning. So today we are going to look at our top 3 breakfast spots in Newcastle City Centre. And it is just Newcastle City Centre because there's some amazing breakfast spots around Newcastle and there's a lot of them outside of the city centre. I think that'll probably have to be a separate video. So we're heading into the city centre now. First up on the list is Blake's, Newcastle institution. Been here absolutely years. We've been here, I don't know how many times, hundreds of times over the years, like going back 20, 30 years at least, I'm sure. It's been here a long time. It's one of the places Tuesday used to go to for toast on a morning when she used to work in the city centre to stop her having a whiteley after she'd had a heavy night out. And it's a place where I used to often go when I was at university for a full English. Really, really good place, really nice coffee. So that's where we're going now.
So here we go. Number 1, Blake's. And a welcome return of my absolutely shocking skills at using Google Maps to show you where it is. It's basically on the corner of Tyne Bridge and Quay Street. Beautiful Quay Street. The inside had a bit of a makeover a few years back. It always used to have like a Central Perk feel, like years and years ago when Friends was in its pomp. But now it's got like a bit of an American diner type of feel with the booths and whatnot. You can also sit outside when it's a beautiful sunny day. The food, pretty much the same sort of price as what you get everywhere really in Newcastle. A lot of these places, you pay about £10 for full English. You pay $7.50 for like a stotty with all the different bits in, bacon, sausage, eggs, black pudding, mushrooms, and eggs Benedict, also a tenner. Pancakes, £8. So that was a full English that I had the previous time. This particular day we had the eggs Benedict with some beautiful ham on it. Tuesday had those pancakes with blueberries on. As I say, $7.95 for those. The eggs Benedict, $9.95. Really nice to sit outside in Blake's and do a little bit of people watching. Nice little spot, beautiful street, and it's a banging place for a brekkie. The cuppas, basically the same as everywhere else really. You tend to be paying about £2, £3, £4 for teas and coffees. I think the English breakfast tea is £2.50 and most of the coffees they're between £3 and £4.
Right, next on the list is Tiny now. Tiny used to be Flat Caps Coffee in a different location and then they've moved up here. So this bit is kind of in the city centre but just off a bit of a side street, so I'll just show you where that is. So that bit there is where the new Stack's going to be. If you know the Stack brand, that's where that's going to be. And also there's a load of redevelopment going on here. This is the Hotel Gotham over there as well, which used to be the fire station. So loads of redevelopment going on. Depends when you watch this video. It's building sites, both of them at the moment, but if you watch this video maybe a year's time they'll have both of them there. So Tiny, really good spot. They probably do my favourite coffee out of all the breakfast places we're doing, which is Roastsmith coffee. It's an amazing cuppa. They also do kind of pop-ups and stuff as well, so they hire the place out. We've been there a few times for that, but it's a cracking breakfast, so let's have a look.
So yes, Tiny. Now, I probably didn't describe well enough where it was, so he has some more shocking map skills, which is probably going to make it even more confusing. You go down that little street between where Hotel Gotham and Stack is, and it gets you there. It's a bit more of a kind of like a hipstery sort of place, Tiny. It leans slightly more towards brunch than it is a breakfast place, but it is both breakfast and brunch. I think it opens at 9 o'clock. I've been here before where I've been the only person in, and I'm sure it was about 9, half 8, 9. You'd have to check the website. But the menu here, it's not quite as traditional. So the menu changes all the time. It's very seasonable. It also relies on a lot of local suppliers, people like Block and Bottle for meat, stuff like that. You get French toast, which is quite a traditional one, Turkish eggs. They do a lot of hashes, which is really good. The coffee here, as I mentioned, Roastsmith's coffee. The coffee is superb here. Honestly, it's my favourite place for a coffee in the town. Again, same sort of prices, between £2, £3, £4. This occasion here, Tuesday, got the hash, which was like a cauliflower hash, which was really, really tasty. You'll find stotties in most of the breakfast places around Newcastle because it's our local bread, a stotty cake. So if you're not from the area, this is kind of it's like a flat bread that everybody has around this region. And then this was another time I went, which was like a duck hash. I went there by myself for breakfast. That was absolutely incredible, to be fair. So yeah, the menu is slightly different, not quite as traditional as what Blake's is. Blake's is sort of very old school and consistent. Tiny comes at the breakfast and brunch thing at a slightly different angle, but it's really good. Everything's well cooked and really good ingredients.
Tiny done, Blake's done, and number 3 is Quay Ingredient, down by the quayside, underneath the Tyne Bridge. You can't reserve here, you have to just do a walk-in. But the turnaround the table's really quick. If you get down and there is no tables, you can just wait outside like we had to, and yeah, get in pretty quick, like I say. And it's a specialist for all things eggs Benny.
So number 3 on the list, the fantastic Quay Ingredient, which is just under the shadows of the Tyne Bridge on the Newcastle side of the quay. There's always a bit of a queue outside unless you're there really sharp. If you get there first, you'll get straight in, but then after it's first opened, there's some more incredible map skills just showing you there. It's under the bridge. So when we were here on this occasion, we queued outside for a little bit. While you wait outside, they give you a menu, so you can just have a little look at the menu and work out what you want to do. They do loads of different versions of Eggs Benedict, and they have loads of specials on here as well. You're looking at $8.95 for an Eggs Benedict, which is same sort of price as Blake's, £1 cheaper I think actually. The full English is also $9.95, which is the same price as Blake's. Stotties as well on this menu. The teas and coffees again £3-4, so pretty standard. Now when we were here on this occasion Tuesday, she got a special that was on. It was like a tempura, king prawn, sriracha sauce, Eggs Benedict, with some spinach leaves. I got the full English, as I say, really good full English, and a nice tankard of apple juice. It's a really good place for breakfast, this one, and it is really small, so like I say, you do have to wait, but they turn the tables around so quick that you just have a look at the menu, you have a good idea what you want, get straight in your seat, they'll come and take your order, and you get served really quickly. So it's just very quick in and out. It's a really good place, and it's in a really good location.
So that's your whack 3 brilliant places in the city centre. If you've got any recommendations somewhere else, hit me up in the comments. Let me know where you think is the best place in the city centre. 3 different choices, all unique in their own different way. Quay Ingredient is kind of like small and intimate and quite entertaining sometimes. Tiny is kind of more like a hipster type of place. Blake's, it is what it is, very old school. 3 very different but very good choices depending on what you're after. You can scan that QR code there to follow us on other socials. If you want to follow us on Instagram or Threads or Facebook or TikTok, you can do that by scanning that QR code. So thank you for watching. Please subscribe if you don't already. It makes a huge difference. As I keep saying, there's a lot of people watching videos who don't subscribe. Please do subscribe, and thank you, and we will see you on the next one.